Scott Guy's father has given evidence in the murder trial of his son-in-law, Ewan McDonald. Brian Guy told of the shock of hearing of his son's death and how McDonald reacted. Charlotte Chipman's at the Wellington High Court, where the evidence has been unfolding. Charlotte.
Mike, Ewan McDonald's lawyers say there were plenty of people who held a grudge against Scott Guy, and one of those was a man who worked on the family farm with Ewan and Scott. He described Scott as arrogant and a daddy's boy.
Brian Guy will never forget when he was told by a neighbour his eldest son Scott was dead.
What did Bruce said he was sorry. He gave me a hug and told me not to go to see Scotty, which is, of course, what I wanted to just go and give him a hug.
He'd been bracing himself for bad news. His son-in-law, Ewan McDonald, had called him minutes earlier.
Ewan was very distressed when he rang me. He was almost incoherent. He said something along the lines that something's happened to Scott. I remember him saying the words, his face, and then he said, "You'd better get out here."
McDonald too had raced to where Scott's body lay.
He was extremely upset, wasn't he?
Yes.
Streaming from his eyes?
Yes.
He looked upset?
Very upset, yes.
And he was shaking? Yes?
It was sort of like, wasn't standing still as such.
Yeah.
He
was shaking?
Yes.
Guy had been shot at close range with a shotgun. The Crown says McDonald pulled the trigger. But McDonald's lawyers say he was distraught over the death and was worried about Scott's wife, Kylie.
Wasn't it Ewan who said, first of all, what about Kylie?
But the courts heard after McDonald painted graffiti and extensively damaged Scott and Kylie's home, which was then being built. Kylie feared for her family's safety. She wanted to leave the farm. McDonald organised to have a kaumātua bless the house, even though it was him who'd done the damage.
Mike, the next witness will be Nikki Guy. She's Scott's eldest sister. She'll be asked to recount what she remembers from the morning Scott was murdered.
Charlotte, thank you.